Team USA defeated Puerto Rico today, 104-83. This game was close at the beginning. It was very competitive with both teams having several lead changes, I believe, in the first quarter. And early in the second quarter, there was even a period in the game in which Puerto Rico went on a run and had their biggest lead, which was a 6-point lead. They were up 29-23. But even when Puerto Rico was up, I didn't think they could maintain it for that long, for a whole entire game. There are a few things that I thought Puerto Rico was lacking in this game, which was the first thing was just size. They were clearly undersized when you saw them against Team USA. And when you're undersized, it's just that much harder to beat a team that's bigger than you and more athletic than you. You had to play the perfect game, and I didn't think they could play the perfect game for a whole entire game to maintain the lead that they had. I would say the second thing that was really lacking this game was they were a terrible shooting team when it came from three. They just couldn't hit even some open threes in this game. They also didn't really have a guy that could score consistently against the USA. Alvarado, when you look at the box score, he had a good game, but some of that stuff was in garbage time he got, so you can't really take it that seriously, his 18 points. But they didn't have a guy who could consistently get their shot off against Team USA's set defense, a guy who could create his own shot or his offense. So when Team USA got locked in, just that was pretty much the end of them, just defensively. And plus, the offensive rebounds, even though the box scores showed that they got more offensive rebounds than Team USA, when I was watching the game, it always seemed like Team USA got crucial offensive rebounds when they needed it, which led to dagger shots as like a three from Kevin Durant or a bucket from Anthony Edwards that just took the wind out of Puerto Rico's sails whenever they tried to get back in this game. But I would say the biggest takeaway I got from this game is it's just like the previous games. I felt like the bench was more valuable than the starters. The bench squad is much better defensively than the starters. Joel Embiid, again, just is a defensive liability out there. Whenever he's in the game, it's like teams go on runs. But when he's out of the game and you replace him with Anthony Davis, that's when Team USA goes on a run. There was this lineup which they had in the game when they were down, I believe 29-23. They put in the lineup of Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Adebayo, Anthony Edwards, and Derek White. When they put in that lineup, they went on a ridiculous run, and they just never looked back afterwards. That lineup has always been good for them defensively. Just it always changes the game. Every time that lineup is in the game, it just has a huge impact. Also, offensively, that lineup is great. Just because of Durant's presence, it just opens it up for other guys. This was a game where Anthony Edwards, his jump shot was falling. And I would say that whenever Anthony Edwards' jump shot is falling, it's a huge game changer because I feel when his shot is falling, he's unstoppable. But that to me is like the biggest hurdle right now in his career is just being able to hit his jump shot consistently. When he can do that, then he's going to be an unstoppable player, a very dangerous player because he's super athletic, he's super quick, and then you add in the jump shot, it's going to be very difficult to contain him. I think after he fixes his shot and he's more consistent, the next stage in his evolution will be just to become even a better playmaker. I feel that's always like the last stage of a superstar is like when they learn how to become a really good playmaker, then it just completes them. And then it's just game on from that point forward that there's nothing you can do. So I think that was interesting to see because when he's hitting his shot, just he's fun to watch. He had some dynamic plays. He had a dynamic windmill dunk in this game. So credit to him. But the bench squad is really very important for the USA, the way they're assembled. I believe that they're better than the starters, actually, just when they're out on the court. Just there's the instant change. With that being said, I still feel the USA is the heavy favorites to win the gold. Just having Kevin Durant changes the game. I felt before they had Durant, things would have been a lot more competitive, where it was 55-45 in their favor. But you add Durant, it's now like 70-80 in their favor and 20-30% against them. I just feel that it'll take a lot of things to go wrong for them to lose now in this tournament. Granted, they can still be upset. All these teams have NBA players. It's just like the league. On any given night, a bad team can beat a great team in a just one-off matchup. It's possible, but I think they will win their next game against Brazil. I don't think Brazil has anybody that can really, really turn the tide against them, as they would say. So it'll be interesting.